All right, what is good, everybody? It is your boy Professor Toke here with a new episode, and today we are doing 5 common and 5 rare spells you should have in your metazoo deck. But first, we get it oh god, I'm messing the script up. But before we get into that, please subscribe to the channel. All right, after we get into that, we are getting into 5 common spells that you need to have in your metazoo deck. If you play metazoo and you're willing to get into deck and you're like getting into deck building and you don't know like what you need for your deck, I'm for sure giving you 10 staples right now that you could get into. And if you want, I could give you prices on everything, but subject to change. Whew. That was a lot to say. Excuse me. So let's get into the episode. And the first card we're going to discuss if you're getting into metazoo is Destroy Aura. Yes, Destroy Aura is the card we're really going to get into because like it is a really good card. You see it. You know, this page may be contacted with aura pages. You and the chosen caster choose a target aura page. Each control. I'm not reading this the right way, but you see what it says. You and the other caster, y'all choose a card. You have to destroy an aura, and it even says it has to be a special aura, if able. So you definitely have to destroy those special auras and artifacts and everything. So like, are there even special aura pages yet, or do they mean like artifacts and things like that? So that will be have to like further clarified in the future. And the next card we get in, and as you see, that is a 2 of in the spell book. So like it gives you a good versatility to like if they get the jump on. But the only bad thing about it is it costs 4 mana. That is the only bad thing. It costs 4 mana or same difference, but it definitely costs 4 mana. And like, don't get me wrong, in metazoo, like generating aura not hard, but at the same time it ain't easy. But this is definitely a must-have for all new beginners to have in their decks. And the next card we get into is Caster Center MD. His effect Booster Shot. Remove an effect indicator on target beastie or caster. Alright, so what that means is this little symbol in the corner right here. This page ultimately, like, say your opponent has an effect indicator that you can't deal with right now. Boom, pop one of these on them, and that said beastie is easier to deal with. And like, it's just like, it's very good counterplay. And the fact that it is a colorless aura type, like it blends in any deck. So anybody can use this at any given time. And that symbol right there means it comes in unfatigued. That means you don't have to tap it. It comes in unfatigued. So like, it's immediately dealing with the issue that you have when it hits the field. And it has 60 life. 60 life to remove an indicator from the target beastie. You know, it doesn't say you can't have 2 in the arena at the same time. So you can get 2 of those and you can remove like really good 4th wall effects on the opponent's beastie that's really giving you an issue. So boom, boom, like that's good. All right. And now we are going to get into something else. Destroy Terra. I know I'm giving you guys a lot of like destroy cards, but again, card advantage. Never give your opponent the card advantage. That's the word of the, well, the 2 words of the day. Card advantage. get it in your head. If you could dodge a goddamn terror, you could dodge a bridge. Had to hit me pipe. But destroy terror, you see what it does, destroys the terror page in the arena. And the reason why that is really good in metazoo is because it immediately destroys a fourth wall effect that might be an issue for you. And from what I see in metazoo, a lot of strategies depend on the fourth wall effects and the terror cards that are conveniently that you conveniently pick to have in your chapter. I mean, in your spell book. So you gotta make sure again, card advantage. And we are going to get into the next must-have for any metazoo starter deck: Index. Okay, so the only drawback about this is I guess it's one of those things that you would do in if you played Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon. I guess you would use this at when you're done using all of your colorless auraless pages. So boom, you get your index and you can search for a beastie page, any beastie page. You can search for whatever answer you need at the moment. So this is really good for you. Boom, boom. You get what you need. You got the answer to the cancer. You about to get it jiggulating. Boom, boom. Let's get it. And now we get into another must-have for every new metazoo deck, or every beginner to metazoo. Bookmark. Boom, boom. This card right here is very, 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 very useful. It is Pot of Greed for metazoo. If you played Yu-Gi-Oh, Pot of Greed for metazoo. I think it's Schoolboy. If you play Pokemon, Pot of Greed. Schoolboy. Boom, boom. To draw 2 cards. Boom. This is a instant must-have for all new metazoo decks. Okay, hold on. Let me get rid of that one. I gotta get rid of that one. That one. That one. And that one. All right, and for the number 1 must-have, boom, boom. It is Power Up Red. Power Up Red is one of the strongest cards in metazoo. It is one of the, it is, if not, if it is the strongest card in metazoo, bar none. Bar none. No card in metazoo let me rephrase that. No spell card in metazoo right now is more broken than this. Place Power Up Red under target beastie. While Power Up Red is under beastie, the beastie loses, it loses and cannot gain immortal. I guess immortal is, but you can't die. And it gains 100 life points and 100 damage. If the beastie Power Up Red is under, would leave the field. Place Power Up Red in the cemetery. Ooh. That's crazy. Whoa, I think I messed up. But that's cool. But Power Up Red, definitely one of the strongest equipped cards in the game right now. The next card that is it's not necessarily a rare, but it's a silver artifact. It's called Shock Aura. Okay, so I've been doing my Googles and everything. Shock Aura is possibly the most broken artifact in metazoo, all because you can generate 1 aura of any type. So if you're like doing a dual wheel deck and you got like, and the thing about it is it's a lightning card, but it's splashable in any deck. Like, it's splashable in any deck. It's crazy. Like, generating aura is really important, especially for beginners. And the next card that is definitely a rare must-have in all metazoo decks. If you are playing Nightfall cards, Nightfall, the promo card, is like, it is definitely a must-have in the deck, partially for 2 reasons. And like the second reason might go over a lot of people's heads, but I will explain. First off, all Nightfall, if you're using Nightfall cards, like, if you're using Nightfall cards, this gives them 25 plus damage that turn. So like, your damage, your attacks are already doing plus 25 on top of the other fourth wall effects that you have going on. And the biggest like thing that I'm seeing that I like about this card and why I'm going to put one in my deck is because it is considered nighttime this turn. So all of your beasties with the little crescent moon on the fourth wall, I mean on the side of the card for the fourth wall effect, boom, automatically helps them out too. So if they're doing 25 plus this and they're doing an extra 25 for the crescent, that's giving them 50 damage just off of this card alone. So boom, something to think about. All right, boom, another spell card. If you are playing any Cryptid Nation cards, Cryptid Nation is literally like a must-have in the deck, even though it is a one-of. You find a way to like recycle this bad boy. From your chapter, contact a page from metazoo Cryptid Nation set without paying its aura cost. Boom, you can summon any Cryptid Nation beastie from your hand without paying the aura. So boom, if you have this in your hand, you don't even need the aura for a Cryptid Nation card. So boom, boom, it works that smooth. Oh, and the last card that I have to get into is, I spelled it wrong. Don't sue me. And the number 1 card to have in your deck, if you are playing metazoo, is Chaos Crystal. Why? Because if you see, it has one small little effect. You may fatigue this page at any time to generate 3 aura of any type. 3 aura of any type. That comes in super handy for any deck you're trying to run. Because a lot of beasties, like the top thing there, like a lot of them have 3 aura. Like a lot of the mid-level beasties, like that you could run from another class or anything, usually is 3 aura. Don't quote me on that, but I'm probably right, so quote me on that. Oh, excuse me on the burp. But this alone, just off of the effect, is a must-have. 3 aura of any type. Like, come on, like, you need that. You really need that. Boom, boom. All right, folks, but that is my 10. Okay, so one thing I have to clarify before we leave here. I very much understand I said 10 metazoo spells, and I definitely gave you guys more artifacts than spells. So this is 10 artifacts, spells, and 10 artifacts and spells you should have for your metazoo deck if you're a beginner. These cards that I suggested are what anybody would consider staple cards. So if you're trying to get into metazoo and you are looking for like what the basics should be for your deck like I was, this is definitely a place to start. So like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Professor Toke. Toke up.